Your entire life begins to change the very moment your thinking changes. And this girl's story proves that when you dare to think bigger than your circumstances, you can rewrite your whole future. Once upon a time, in a small, worn-down neighborhood on the outskirts of Detroit, lived a teenage girl named Lena Carter, a girl who had learned to make herself small in a world that never gave her permission to dream big. She lived with her mother and younger brother in a tiny one-bedroom apartment where the heater broke every winter, where the windows whistled cold wind at night, and where the sound of sirens was more familiar than laughter. Lena was smart, creative, and full of ideas, but she never believed she could be anything more than what her life already was. At school, she sat in the back of the classroom, silently taking notes while others spoke confidently about college, careers, and futures she believed were impossible for people like her. Her mother worked double shifts at a grocery store, coming home with swollen feet and aching shoulders, whispering, "Baby, don't worry. One day things will get better." But Lena saw the tiredness in her mother's eyes and felt a deep guilt. She wanted to make life better, but she didn't know how. Every time she opened her computer to apply for opportunities, scholarships, or competitions, her hands froze. "I'm not good enough," she whispered to herself.
I have to try.
"Girls like me never make it." And with that, her dreams stayed locked inside her chest, while life pushed her further into silence. Everything changed one night during a harsh Michigan winter. Lena's mother collapsed in the kitchen after a 14-hour shift, clutching her chest from exhaustion. Lena screamed, called 911, and rode in the ambulance with tears streaming down her face. At the hospital, she sat for hours in a plastic chair, shaking, praying, and blaming herself. "If only I tried. If only I worked harder. If only I thought bigger." Her heart felt like it was breaking. When the doctor came out, he said, "She's stable, but she's worn out. She needs rest. She can't keep pushing like this." Those words stabbed through Lena like a blade. Her mother had been carrying the entire world alone, while Lena hid from her own potential. She walked into the hospital room, saw her mother lying weakly under white sheets, and broke down. Her mother opened her eyes, smiled faintly, and whispered, "Lena, baby, you have so much inside you. Don't let this world make you small. Think big, dream big, be big." Those were the words Lena never allowed herself to hear before. Something inside her cracked open, a realization that life would never change unless she changed her thinking first. She held her mother's hand and promised, with tears falling onto the blanket, "Mom, I will think bigger. I will work harder. I will make a future for us." Like this story and subscribe to English Story Academy for more emotional, life-changing stories. Lena returned home with a new fire burning inside her. But thinking big was not as magical as she hoped. It hurt. It felt heavy. It demanded more from her than she ever imagined. She woke up at 4:30 a.m. every morning to study before school, circling vocabulary words, watching online tutorials, practicing writing essays, and teaching herself subjects her school didn't offer. She worked after school at a fast food drive-thru, standing for hours in the cold air as cars rolled by, sometimes rude customers yelling at her without reason. Some nights, she cried in the freezer room where no one could see her. At school, classmates whispered, "Why is she trying so hard? She'll burn out." People from her neighborhood never make it. Their doubt cut deep, but she swallowed the pain. When she got home after work, she helped her younger brother with homework, cleaned dishes, and sat by her mother's bedside, encouraging her to rest. And when everyone went to sleep, Lena opened her laptop again, eyes heavy, fingers freezing, to work on scholarship essays, portfolio designs, and college applications. She failed many times. She received rejection emails that made her cry into her pillow. But she didn't stop. Every rejection became motivation. Every tear became fuel. She whispered every night, "Think big, Lena. Bigger than your fear. Bigger than your past." Months passed, her room filled with notebooks, sketches, essays, and sticky notes with affirmations like, "You are worthy, dream big, and don't quit." Her laptop was slow, sometimes freezing during online practice tests, but she kept going. She applied for 36 scholarships, pouring her heart into each essay. Meanwhile, her mother slowly recovered, watching her daughter with pride and awe. One spring afternoon, while Lena was at work, she received an email notification from her dream university, a prestigious engineering school in California she applied to, even though she believed she didn't stand a chance. Her hands shook as she opened it, and then she screamed, "Congratulations, Lena Carter! You have been selected for a full scholarship to the School of Engineering." She fell to the floor, crying, unable to believe it. Her co-workers rushed to her, thinking something was wrong, but Lena sobbed, "I made it! I made it!" When she reached home, she ran to her mother and hugged her tightly. Her mother cried harder than she had in years, whispering, "You thought big, baby, and look what you did." Lena left for California with one suitcase, a heart full of gratitude, and a mind that had outgrown every limitation. She worked hard, joined projects, won competitions, and became known for her creativity and intelligence. Her professors admired her resilience, her discipline, and her ability to see solutions others missed. Thinking big didn't just change her opportunities, it changed her identity.
How?
Years later, Lena stood on a grand stage in her graduation gown, receiving awards for academic excellence, innovation, and leadership.
Changing my life.
Her mother sat in the front row in a beautiful dress Lena had bought her,
excuses.
tears
Think
streaming
big.
down her face
going.
as she watched her daughter shine brighter than she ever imagined. After
Congratulations,
graduation,
Lena Carter.
Lena joined
You've been
one of the
selected
most
for a full
respected
scholarship
engineering
to the School of
companies in the
Engineering.
country. Her salary was more than her mother had earned in several years combined. The first thing she did was move her family into a warm, safe home with real heating, clean walls, and enough space for everyone.
You're thinking big
She bought
now,
her mother
baby.
a comfortable bed and
Things are
filled the
coming.
kitchen with groceries, something Lena
make you
once
proud.
worried about
I
daily.
promise.
When she finally stood in
You
her new
already
home,
did.
Lena whispered to
Bye.
herself,
Thank you.
"Thinking big saved me."
Really doing this.
And she knew it was true. Her journey from a poor
I'm gonna
teenage
build us a
girl
better
who doubted
life.
herself to a successful young engineer was not luck.
This world
It was
is so
faith,
big.
effort,
Bigger than I
courage,
ever
and the
imagined.
decision to think bigger than her circumstances.
Think big.
A few years later, Lena returned to her old neighborhood to
Don't
speak to
stop
young girls
now.
who felt trapped by
I
life.
built this for families
Standing
like
on a
mine.
small
You
stage in the
deserve
community
better.
center,
I
she
get
said,
it. I'm really
"Dream so
doing it."
big that it scares you. Think so big that your old life can't
Lena
contain you,
Carter.
and work so hard that
for
even
Detroit.
life has to open the door for you." Moral of the story:
Lena
1.
Carter, honors
Your
graduate,
circumstances
School of
don't
Engineering.
limit you. Your thinking does.
everything you gave
2. Big dreams require big courage, big effort,
really did it.
and a heart that refuses to quit.
really
Like,
made it
share, and
this far.
subscribe to English Story Academy for more emotional, life-changing English stories.